Everyone is very welcome. It is a pleasure for me and my government team to be with you. In this meeting, we will talk about the situation in the Syrian state and the reality in Syria after the fall of the previous regime. You all know that Syria has gone through a very big war in the last 15 years, and this war has left very serious consequences, which reminds us of the experience that Germany had in the past. Yes, which in a way resembles Syria with a very high level of destruction. This doesn't mean we should see the destruction that happened in Syria as an endpoint, but rather as a turning point and a starting point from which we should move forward. Last year, after the fall of the previous regime, we made comprehensive changes to investment laws and actively rebuilt the legal infrastructure to facilitate and optimize investment processes. In Syria, we chose a path called rebuilding the city, the process of reconstruction through investments. And we actively encourage many companies to see and seize Syria's unique opportunity as a successful and stable investment platform. For global companies, a wide variety of global, international, and regional companies have come to invest in Syria, and we have already reached a total investment value of about $59 billion in just the first year. Although there are still some economic sanctions against Syria, we have managed to overcome them successfully, thanks to the decisive help from countries in the region and also from the government of the United States of America. And Germany also made a very significant contribution to the lifting of sanctions against Syria in light of the disturbances the region is currently facing. Currently, Syria represents a risk to the security of supply chains and the energy supply between the East and the West. And it is absolutely certain and inevitable that European countries will suffer extremely serious consequences in this scenario due to the major disruption in the energy supply coming from the Arabian Gulf, which currently represents about 20% of the total exports and transportation of oil and gas from the Arabian Gulf, in addition to affecting supply chains. In this sense, Syria represents a safe haven for supply chain security, due to its strategic location and because it can also supply energy via the Mediterranean coast, in addition to connecting this entire transport system through Syrian territory. To finally achieve a safe and suitable trade route capable of reaching the European market quickly and efficiently. And in addition, yes, if there is any disruption in the Red Sea or in the safe haven, for that. And furthermore, it's also important to note that Syria is in the process of rebuilding all of its energy infrastructure in the country. I believe that, in the case of the company that invested in a capacity of 5,000 megawatts, Siemens' share in this investment will be about 2,000 megawatts, through a power generation plant. Currently, Syria also offers a wide range of opportunities in infrastructure, covering all the essential sectors of the country. In the tourism sector, Syria is also a very important tourist destination, but in addition, Syria has also managed to regain effective control over its oil reserves and is working on a series of new and varied investments in the oil and gas sectors. The same applies to transportation, railways, and the recovery of important roads and highways. There is also a major shortage in Syria regarding the construction of railways. The current housing supply reflects an urgent need for at least 2 million new homes in the coming years. See for yourself. All of this, everything we're discussing, represents an opportunity. That's important because we don't want to start from scratch like Germany did, but we want to start from there. They stopped. We want to reach the most advanced level in the world and start from there, that is, to keep up with this development quickly. Among the important opportunities, Syria has a large talent pool, as Syria is a source of diverse talent. Syria is a country with a diverse, highly qualified workforce working in agriculture, industry, banking, finance, tourism, and other sectors. Today, Germany is home to what is effectively the largest Syrian community. In the largest foreign community in Europe, there are about 1.3 million Syrians. They are present there and have gained a lot of experience, making it possible to turn this exodus into something beneficial for European and German companies that want to invest in Syria. taking advantage of professionals who studied at German universities and had access to modern technologies, transferring this knowledge through direct investments from German companies in Syria. I would like us to discuss many details together, and I am available to answer many of the questions you have in mind at this moment. You will gain a better understanding of the situation in Syria through direct contact and through your visits.
The current scenario in Syria perhaps represents a significantly clearer and sharper image than what we are able to imagine at this very moment. Thank you all for your attention.
Thank you, Mr. President, for your words. Now we will hear the greetings from the ministers present. And first of all, I ask my colleague, Dr. Asad Hassan al-Shaybani, to take the floor, please.